Hi, I'm Shannon from houseimprovements.com, and in this video I just want to show you how to remove old silicone from your tub or shower and then to install new silicone. So this particular tub really is in pretty good shape. It isn't really needing it, but we're just going to do it here in a small area to just give you the idea what you need to do. So typically, you know, you're going to have some mold or mildew, or maybe it's loose and coming off. So you want to keep it up. That's part of the maintenance of your tub, keeping moisture from getting in back to the wall. In our case, we've got a tile surface and a metal tub, and you can see the bead of silicone in between the two right there. So to cut it out, you just want to use a utility knife, a sharp blade. Just go along with your blade and make a bit of a cut in the area that you want to remove. We'll go back here and just go around the corner a little bit too. Okay, so I've made that cut, and then along the tub, just be careful not to scratch your tub, especially if it's acrylic or something like that. It may scratch a little bit easier. I can't remember how far I came on this top one. I'll come to that grout line. Okay, so after you do that, you should start to be able to see it basically wanting to come out of there. So just keep working along until you get that all removed. This one, there's a pretty good space underneath there because of the tile. This is a pretty healthy bead of caulking. Careful your blade doesn't break off and you cut yourself. Keep your other limbs back. In most cases yours might be in a little worse shape, so it could come out a little bit easier, but usually this is pretty typical. It's going to come out in some pieces. So just keep working away at it until you get it all out of there. So once you get the bulk of it all out, just have a real good look back in there, make sure you've got it all. Always some little bits and pieces. Okay, and once you have all the big stuff out, you usually end up with a little bit of residue down on the tub or maybe even up on the tile. So you just want to carefully work away at getting that off, and again without scratching the tub. Razor blade can help. Then just take a piece of towel or something, kind of try to wipe off all the little fine bits that are kind of left behind, clean up any little extra pieces that you find. Key is getting off as much of that old stuff as you can, so you can start out fresh and clean and that mold and mildew doesn't come back right away. Okay, we should be pretty good there now. So I'm not sure if you're really low enough to see that, but you can see we've got pretty good space there. So the next thing you want to do, obviously you want this to be dry. You need to cut your caulking off, your silicone I should say, off, so you have an appropriate size hole for the space you're kind of dealing with. And for the most part I'm going to be probably alright with this size. I can always go bigger if I need to. So I always like to start out smaller than to get too big right away, because I can't make that hole any smaller once I've cut it off. So most people, to get a nice straight line, a lot of times they'll want to use some tape to mask off the areas you don't want silicone on. So you can just run run some tape at this point. Oops. It'll give you a nice crisp line when you go to pull it off. And I'm just using painter's tape so it comes off easy. Okay, so I did the tub surface and I'm going to do the bottom edge of the tile too. You still want to leave a little bit of even a 1/16 of an inch there along the tile or the tub surround, whatever you've got up top. You want to be sure the silicone's actually bonding to that face of that surface. So now we can, in this case, like I said, I've got, you can tell by the thickness of caulking or silicone that was there, it goes back underneath there about 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch. So kind of got to pre-fill that first. So I'm just gonna make sure that's getting shot back in there. Actually, it's filling up pretty easy. I'm just running the silicone gun along there till I get to the end where I left off. I got to go around this corner too. Okay, so I'll just do that. And like I said, that actually filled up a little quicker than I thought it was going to. So I'm going to just tool that off with my finger, a little bit of saliva on there. Just to tool out that first little bit and kind of see where you're at. Just kind of work your finger around that corner. And I'm just going to get my head down the way and have a look, make sure I filled that up. And we're actually pretty good, just need a little bit more back there where it was a little wider. So I'm just going to go over that same area again. Don't want to get too crazy. Something like that should be real close. I'll just tool it with my finger again. There are little plastic tools out there you can use to do that if you don't want to get your finger in it. Okay, so we're really quite good across that back wall. I just need a little bit more around the corner to make that corner look good. Tool it in. Okay, so then once you're happy with how it's finished off, just carefully pull your tape away. And I try to pull it away at a bit of an angle, so because you're going to have some silicone down on it. If you pull straight up, sometimes it just smears into what you just did. So I try to pull it out and away from what we were just working on, like that. And now if there's any spots that need a little touch up, you can kind of go back with your finger and just give it a little bit of a rub. Usually the corners are the toughest part to get looking real good. Just like that. Got a little bit of a smear there where I joined into the old silicone that was there. But you can see from there that it just seals it all right back up nice and good. Obviously in most cases you really probably want to be doing your whole tub or shower or whatever you're working on at once. In this case it really didn't need it, so we just did a demonstration by doing part of it. But you can see we got nice clean lines. There's no silicone smeared all over the place. It doesn't look like you used a spatula to put it on there and smooth it out. So hopefully that sends you in the right direction as far as fixing up your own tub. And it's really not difficult. $5 tube of silicone and half an hour you can pretty much redo your tub and make it look better. There's nothing worse than seeing a moldy, gross silicone line around a tub. So anyways, hopefully that helped you. If you come across any questions on any other DIY projects you might have going on, you can post your question on my forum. And from there I can easily read it and answer it and get a response back to you pretty quickly. Also, if you want to, you could follow us on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter as well. I hope this was informative and will help you out on your next project, and thanks for watching.